The north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, hey, hey. You got three. You got three. Three down. Three down.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Brissett on first down. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense?
And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
They'll look to set up his blockers.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Play fake. Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down, Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Nassib drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Jameis to throw it. And Blake, the tight end's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They go back to the ground. This time Barber. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Watch the run, watch the run. Wait.
Winston gives to Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Winston now. He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
On 3rd down, Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Anthony Walker, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now Winston. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let me go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. Winston leaves it with Barber on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Winston. That's caught by Howard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
On for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And 2 field goals now mean they take a rare 6-2 lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go, let's go.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action now. Brissett. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about when...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off. It takes it to the end zone.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry for Barber. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Man out, man out, man out, man out. Look small. Hey, check it out. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Winston. Complete, he finds Blade. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, it's Barber, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Winston now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Barber. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Barber. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready, black 25, 58, come on. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Winston lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Easy. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Easy. Hey, you 3 at the mic. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Let's go.
One more time with Barber. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll run with Barber. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Gay's kick is good. And they're going to take the lead here as it's now 9-8. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll go again here with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Winston. This goes to Barber, the running back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check my 50. All day, punk. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, Barber. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Ready?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The first down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's going to go, and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, this is where. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Mike 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Barber. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Bucs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 14.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
From the gun, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up.
And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Brissett looks to throw. Complete to Hilton. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him as that clock continues to run, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Escaping the and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 50, You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 1st down, it's Barber. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready. Black,
Stop your whining.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Interception, baby.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
Different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable
syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
94.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Bucs take over.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will hit the road next.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
trade.
It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean. Like groceries, competition shouldn't take shots, take me.